Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness. This evening, we start our scene inside of a limousine with Lady Sheridan, Frederick Hagenbarth, and the interesting Bruja named Ghost. The three have made it to Archon Voorhees' mansion after being sent there by Mr. Silas to clear it out, fearing that there may be some leftovers from Arjon's childer, Jonathan Voorhees. Um, the three came prepared to fight, as it were. As they pull up in front of the mansion, as per usual, there are lights on timers that turn on, and as they pull up, it looks like the house is filled with some activity of some sorts with the lights being on, but it's hard to say from the outside. These could very well just be automated lights to make it seem like there's somebody home. We start the scene with Frederick sliding out of the door, holding it open for Ghost and Lady Sheridan as he narrows his eyes and inspects the premises.
Ghost is... She's come attired. She's come prepared. She has her armoured jacket on, and it's not... She's not obviously carrying weapons. They're not really obvious, but if you look closely enough, you can probably see them underneath her jacket. And she's pulled her hood over her head and looking up at the building, standing next to Frederick. She says, would you like me to go ahead and see what I can see?
Let's give it a moment. He looks back at the door to see where Lady Sheridan has run off to.
Lady Sheridan waited for Ghost to exit the car ahead of her and then joined them.
He'll adjust his jacket before grabbing at the snap at the collar and sliding it off, exposing a lithe frame. He's still very youthful and probably hasn't grown into the physique he could have before he was embraced. But he carries a heavy pistol on one hip and carries a nice combat knife on the other as he cracks his head to one side and then the other. Well, I know that the Bruja is quite prepared to throw down, and Lady Sheridan, I would expect no less from you.
As prepared as possible. It's not exactly my specialty.
I see. If at any point that this goes south, I would ask that you two fall in behind, well, not me, but let's just say if things go pear-shaped, get yourselves out of there. I have good escapability. Don't wait for me in any way, shape, or form.
Lady Sheridan frowns slightly but nods. You can tell that she's trying to figure out what it might be, but doesn't feel it polite to ask.
Then looks to Ghost. You understand that correctly?
She sort of gives a half shrug of her shoulders. Whatever you say, boss.
Lady Sheridan smirks at that particular pseudonym.
Normally Siggy would find that amusing, but at the moment he's getting himself into the zone as he walks up to the gate and enters in a passcode that Silas had given him. to make the automated gates open inwards. He then signals for the limo driver to drive off and away.
Lady Sheridan stays close behind Frederick.
And at this point, we will turn over narration to our good vampire ST.
Thank you. As you approach slowly to the manor, you are able to see a small car parked at the door of it. Normal black car. It really doesn't catch your eye. But what catches your eye is that the lights of the manor, well, at least some of the rooms, are on. You actually see a figure, a shadow, a shade, something on what you suppose to be one of the rooms upstairs. Maybe it's the room of the former owner of this manor. Maybe it's his study. You will need to enter to know, but definitely someone is upstairs.
Shall we
I'm
knock,
spending-
or do you? Shall we knock,
Sorry,
or do
I'll
you
just-
think we should be more discreet? She looks to both her companions for an answer.
Frederick is considering his options as he looks over to Ghost.
Ghost is spending a point of blood for dexterity. I don't know whether we can assume that whatever's or whoever's inside is hostile or not.
Arjan Voorhees has been dead for quite a while now.
They could be squatters, I suppose, if the electric bill was still paid.
These would be some very bold squatters indeed.
Assuming they knew who the mansion had belonged to.
Well, let's be somewhat clandestine about this. What do you say?
I presume the gate's open now. You've put the code in.
Yeah,
The gate's
they-
open.
Gate in front of the door.
Yeah, we're standing in front of the main door.
Oh right, okay. Ghost nods and she says, "Let me go ahead a little bit."
Very well.
I don't suppose we happen to have the keys.
ST?
Yeah. You have recovered the keys from the manor, either by Mr. Silas or one of his representatives. Yes, strangely, you have the keys. Now you're wondering how these people could have entered here if you have the only set of keys.
Frederick will take the key ring and just snap it once and takes one of the two keys and hands it over to Ghost and takes the other and keeps it in his hand as he continues to look upwards at the figure in the window.
You can see that the figure in
just
the
checking
window
something.
is... Okay. You actually can see that the figure is throwing things, maybe papers, maybe books, but to one side or the other of the window you see these black shades in form of paper and books falling from his hands as he keeps or she keeps moving around that place, shaking
Well, how
things.
fast do they fall? Because there's a huge difference between paper and books being thrown and falling.
Some of them are falling really fast, like something heavy, and some of them are like fluttering in the air a couple of seconds
So
before
probably a
they
mixture
start.
of both then.
Probably.
Hmm. Well, Frederick chews on his lower lip a bit as he considers his options.
I'm just quickly checking something. But my computer's slow when it's hang out. I'm gonna make a stealth roll.
Very well.
I can't remember what my stealth is. I know what my dex is, but I can't remember what my stealth is. I need to look.
Okay, maybe I can help you with that. Give me 1 second.
At that point, Frederick will pull the pistol from his hip and hand it over to Lady Sheridan. Do you know how to use this?
I tend to be better at closer range. Not that I prefer to get that close. She takes the pistol anyway.
Just in case. While you two ladies are making your way in on one side, I'll go on the other. I can handle myself alone, I'm fairly certain.
Very well.
Be careful.
I'm always careful. And Frederick will make his way around the side of the mansion, staying close. And once he's out of sight of the other two, he will spend 3 blood points and go into Tenebrous form.
Yay for Tenebration.
Yay! And he'll begin to look for drainage or ventilation vents that go into the mansion itself.
If our good and beloved Ziggy goes up to the rooftop, you will find the shaft, so to speak, or the chimney.
Just want you to remind you that this is summertime.
The chimney is off. I'm not going to burn you.
Okay, yeah, right.
He's just checking. Though to be fair, you'd probably feel the heat coming up the chimney if the fire was already lit.
Yeah. All right. Frederick will snake around the chimney a few times to see if there's any heat coming from it.
I'm
Yes, go.
just gonna sleep.
All right.
Go ahead.
Dex and stealth.
Have you looked up her stealth yet?
Yes, it's on the chat for her.
Okay. Double roll. Those dice and what?
They're coming up slowly but surely.
Yes. And
Okay, so I'm
that's,
automatic or something.
It's a lot of dice.
that's a fail.
Yeah, it
Yep.
is.
So basically, Ghost will get down to her half of normal stature and start walking toward the main gate. But she's not that stealthy. She steps on some pebbles and some
I
small
thought you
bits
were
of
heading
stone.
inside.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were hidden inside. So describe what you do, and I will answer.
So I think we were walking down the main hallway, presumably to the stairs.
Oh,
If the
okay.
stairs are within sight of the entry of the door. Was that what you were doing? Lisa?
Yeah, I thought we'd entered into the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay.
To be fair, she hadn't actually said, but that was the impression I got.
Okay. No problem. My mistake. Okay. Ghost will make her way towards the stair. She's trying her best to be stealthy, and she's managing some way of doing so. But in one moment, one simple and small moment, she starts going up through the stairs, and you seem to be stepping on a small step that's go crack a little bit. Lady Sheridan, you would please do to me a perception roll.
Just perception or perception awareness? Perception
Do me a perception alertness.
Perception alertness.
Yep, difficulty 6.
Right. Not her best skills. But we'll give it a go.
You can do this.
Yeah. Just waiting on Dice Stream. Ah, there we are.
Don't worry.
Slow this evening.
Yep.
I think I fail. In fact, I might have botched. You said difficulty 6?
Yep.
I hasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a botch.
Yeah.
So you actually hear something, but you turn around and look behind you to the door. Maybe you heard someone coming from that door. So you turn and you pay a lot of attention to that entryway, like if you're expecting someone to come from there. But actually someone is coming from the room to the side of it, and will catch Miss Ghost and the lovely Lady Sheridan there, one standing looking at the door and one going up to the second floor or third floor. This person is carrying a black, completely black, it's not an army fatigue, but it seems to be some kind of battle prepared fatigue, as he will just take a walkie-talkie or a radio he has on his belt, and he will start screaming, "Enemy! I have contact on the main ground, on the main floor!" And he will hide behind one of the covers, and you hear the following. Roll me an initiative, my little ladies.
Well, it was going to be a nice mansion.
Yes.
It's a nice mansion. It's
So,
so nice that
How
other
initiative
people like it.
now? What is it?
It's wits,
Wits,
dex,
dex?
and a D10. And a
Roll
D10.
1d10.
6.
Wits Dex.
3.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's 1d10 plus wits and dex.
Wits
Yep.
and dex. Yes.
And if you have celerity,
Yep.
that also gets counted in.
Your
Yep.
current dex or your standard dex?
Current.
11.
Okay.
Because I rolled 5
Mm-hmm.
plus 3 wits, 3 dex.
Why did I
That is
just
11.
roll all those dice? What am I doing? Sorry, I'm not concentrating.
Relax.
Um, 16.
Okay.
Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the bodies are going on 8 because I have my own set of dice here. And I learned that from other ST who is also an ours.
Love you,
So-
Alejandro.
Yes. Well, let's start with the normal initiative. So the bodies are acting last but declaring first. Then is Miss Sheridan and then Ghost. Ghost is the first one to act also. Then Miss Sheridan, then the bad guy. He will just load his gun, whatever the hell he has, and stay behind cover. So, Miss Sheridan, milady.
I thought it was.
We
Ghost got the best
we do it in
initiative.
reverse order. Basically, you declare it goes
Yes.
incremental up.
She's going to hop back out the door and round the corner to peek round it.
Okay. Ghosty, you can actually announce and do your turn because 16, you go first.
Ghost is spending a point of blood to activate Celerity.
You have one extra
Um,
action. It's either it's this turn or next turn.
It'll be this
Celerity
turn.
action. Okay.
It'll be at the end of this turn.
And she's in. She's preparing to dodge, essentially, so or full defense. She's using her
Okay, you go.
dexterity to get out of the way.
Sure. You go full defensive on this main action. Miss Sheridan, you actually perform your action. You peek around the corner. And you see this gentleman looking back at you with his shotgun. So what he will do in his next turn, if shooting you, but Ghost has her celerity action, so all yours.
What's happening?
Basically what you can see is Lady
behind the
Sheridan.
door.
Yep, he's behind the door. And Lady Sheridan is speaking.
Yes, she's out the main door and he's behind the door of a side one, isn't he?
Yep, correct.
Huh? So is he behind her?
No, he was a side.
Or in
He
front
was
of her?
one of the side rooms.
He's one of the. He has entered again one of the side rooms after looking at you.
I think
Okay.
if the mansion was set up and you're in the main hall, there's the stairway upstairs, and then to one side there is a room that probably leads into like a living room or a study or something like that, and he's hiding behind that door frame. Lady Sheridan has jumped back out the front door, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And Ghost was up the foot of the stairs.
Yeah. So I'm having an action, am I?
Yep.
She's gonna turn the corner where the staircase is and put her back up against the staircase and wait there.
Okay. Okay. So you are hiding behind. Lady Sheridan is speaking. So back again, the gentleman in his turn will, shoot. Poor Miss Sheridan. But he acts last, so Miss Sheridan, your turn to declare.
She is ducking all the way around the corner,
Okay.
which is not great.
Mhm.
Which is not great for Ghost, who's kind of stuck inside.
Yeah, but he's not facing me. He's facing you right now.
That's
However, would
true.
that be considered a sort of a reflexive moving like that? I mean, they were still fairly close to the front door.
Mm, yeah, it will be considered a reflexive action.
So I would say that Ghost and Sheridan both have full actions to attack if they want to from
Mhm.
cover.
Yep. So,
I am tempted to try and use this gun, but she doesn't actually have any firearms. So the likelihood of hitting Ghost, which I don't think she'd approve of. So instead, what Lady Sheridan is going to do is to try and keep an eye out for any reinforcements that might be coming from the front. So they might try coming around the sides or from the gate or something.
okay, very well. Ghost, what are you going to do?
He's shooting at Sheridan, I presume.
Yep, he will be after your movement and Sheridan's movement. Since he got a crappy 8, he will be shooting at Miss Sheridan, or failing to attempt so.
So I can see him like taking aim around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right, she's gonna run over and punch him in the face.
Yay! Potence punch. Potence punch. Oh, beloved potence punch. Go ahead.
And he can have me rolling 90.
Difficulty 8, because you're going to punch him in the face or the head.
Fucking hell, Lisa.
Bad roll again?
Hasn't showed up on our end.
Well,
Not
but
been
no,
on
I
our
rolled
side.
2 ones,
Oh,
but then I rolled. That's 5
So it looks
successes.
pretty decent from what I
Yeah.
see.
But then I got 2 ones, so it's 3
Yeah,
successes.
you actually connect.
You get
Roll.
two extra dice on your damage roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you got
Roll.
2 tens.
Yeah.
roll for your damage, and remember your potence.
Strength plus 2.
What's damage? It's strength? Strength plus 2.
For
Okay.
yeah, strength plus 2 because you got 2 extra successes after the first.
Is it just straight strength plus 2? Oh, it's strength potence 2, isn't it?
You add your strength and your potence, then the 2 extra successes.
Then 2 dice more.
You can have 8 dice worth of damage there. Ghost is very
Okay.
strong.
Yes. Yes,
Apparently.
she is.
But there's some ones in there.
Yep.
Why do I keep rolling 1? Just getting on my tits to the massive scale.
Welcome to the club.
That looks like a 1 success to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the difficulty is.
It's standard
That's
difficulty.
always 6. Yeah.
1. Yep, only 1 success. So, I will be good if this guy is wearing just a Kevlar vest, no helmet, so you're actually hitting him in the head. But he will try and soak with his base stamina.
Yeah.
Oh, and he botches his roll.
You can't botch a soak roll, but no successes.
Oh, you may be happy with me. Damn it. So, yeah, he takes 1 bashing damage right to the face.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Regardless, that shit hurts.
It's like you have to be very ballsy to punch a guy who has a shotgun. Lady Sheridan, your turn.
I'm still looking to see if we have any reinforcements appearing out here.
Okay, roll me a perception alertness.
I'm not so worried the fact that he's got a shotgun because it's his
Ah,
gun and
no,
does
that
do
is-
bashing damage to vampires. Deal.
That is a botch. What is with these dice rolls tonight?
It'll even out. The dice gods eventually will work in your favor.
Yeah, but
Got
that
They're
is.
just letting you know they're in charge.
Mm.
Okay, you are still very focused on that door. You actually hear something out there skulking around, so you will keep pointing your attention to that special door. And I will do a side note here. Okay, so it's our beloved security guy 1 turn to attack, and he will shot Miss Sheridan with his shotgun. How rude.
Security guy 1, aka Phil.
Yes. And Phil scores 2 successes. Good for you, Phil. So,
8 plus 1.
yep. There we go. I will see. He only managed to do 1 bashing damage with his shotgun. Feel free to soak it like a Bosch.
Okay, so that is stamina, isn't it?
Yep.
Stamina and fortitude if you have it.
Don't have.
Oh, right, you're a veteran.
Your adventure of what without fortitude? What the fuck?
Well,
Social venture.
I'm a beginning character, so I've got 3 in dominate, and that's kind of most of my points.
The
I'd be all for it.
There wasn't enough left for fortitude.
Don't worry, she'll
All
get it
fortitude.
eventually.
I will. It is on my to-do list. But
maybe
I
it teaches-
think I did rather well with this roll anyway.
Excellent, you soak it completely. Actually, this is what happens. You see the guy pointing at you with the shotgun, loading it in front of your face, and he just shoots you. And you feel the pellets coming in contact with your chest and just bouncing of it.
How close is he?
I would say 3 to 4 meters away.
Okay. So
You
just the way
actually
you
see the
described
jaw-
it, it was like he was
Really,
like
really
a few
close.
feet, which then makes it. Yeah, I'm just trying to
No,
keep
no,
track
no.
of distances in my head.
Don't worry, he's not that close.
Yeah.
Okay, so the body
Celerity
will.
action.
Oh, celerity actions. Yeah. End of the turn. Ghost.
He's getting punched again.
Okay. I
Cover
love
the
the
bra!
Bruja for the win! Punch him on
I
his
could
face.
stab him. I have knives, but I ain't gonna do that yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I'm quite amused by the fact that despite having been punched in the face last time, he's trying to shoot Lady Sheridan.
Yeah.
Phil's
One,
priorities
two.
are messed up.
Go for the closer threat than the one who's
Phil-
hiding. I find it
Phil
Four
has
amusing.
successes.
seen, Phil has seen some shit in his life. Okay.
You've got strength plus 3 on your damage roll.
Yep.
Hot damn.
Plus potence if you want it.
Yeah.
Yes, plus potence.
So 9 damage.
Potentially.
Okay, roll your 9 damage. Bruja, they never cease to amaze one.
Oh my god, all the 10s.
If you had taken necessity, strength, and vicious, you'd be sitting real pretty right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause that would
that's
be 10
1,
damage.
2, 3, 4,
I can't
5,
take it
6.
until I have strength 4, Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's 6 damage straight to his face. Okay,
I think I
you
might have crushed his skull.
He will attempt to
If he's
soak.
human, he's human. I don't think he's getting back up again.
If he doesn't soak this thing, no, he ain't
And
getting
he
back
only
up.
soaked one.
I think he's at -6.
Yeah, yeah. You will see, Lady Sheridan will see the following. You see the right fist of Ghost connecting with with the jaw of this poor security guard. Its jaw is just moving to the side as he twirls and falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes.
He's got one
Poor
health
guy.
level left. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's at a -5 now.
No, remember he had already one level of bashing from the previous
Oh,
punch.
shit. Yeah, he's out cold.
He's out cold.
Curb stop. Curb stop.
Don't be bad.
Looking around cautiously,
Mm-hmm.
Lady Sheridan is going to go and check to see whether he's still alive.
Yes.
Because I don't
yes.
think having seen that, it's particularly obvious whether it will be or not.
Ghost picks up the gun and says, "It's rude to shoot at a lady."
Oh man, are we getting into one-liners tonight? 'Cause that would be awesome.
Lady Sheridan can check that the guy is still alive, but he has his jaw dislocated and he is clearly out cold for a while now.
Yes, but all she's checking is that he's still got a pulse. And
Yeah.
seeing as he's still got a pulse, she's going to zip tie his hands behind his back.
Very well.
Just in
He
case,
actually,
because
yeah,
she's only
he
got
has
the one medicine, so she can be fairly sure he's not going to wake up, but she's not going to be nearly sure enough. So,
Okay.
add his feet together.
Okay. You take a couple of prisons he have on his belt. You tie his feet together. His
No,
hands,
she carries industrial zip ties. They're a lot
She
quicker.
does. She really does. It's on her sheet.
Yeah.
Man,
It's on her
what's
sheet
with
normally,
the
let
best
alone
rubbish
coming
city?
here.
Oh god. One defect to the Sabbath, the new arrival carries industrial zip, okay. Okay,
Yep, so he is safely restrained.
yes.
And she will take his radio. Seeing as Ghost's already nabbed his gun, she will nab his radio.
Well, excellent. It's a very good moment to pick up the radio because it goes, "Hey, John, are you
Phil.
downstairs? What happened?"
Phil.
Sorry, Phil, are you downstairs? What happened, Phil?
Lady Sheridan will push the button and say, "Phil is having a nap right now."
Okay, there will be a couple of seconds of silence.
Let's
and he'll go
face
like,
it. If he doesn't respond, it's going to give it away anyway. But at least if she says he's having a nap rather than the fact that he's dead, it implies that they're not there to try and kill everyone.
This gentleman will go like, "To who I'm talking to?"
She pushes the button. "The new rightful owner of this house?"
Okay, lady. Let's do this easily. We are just here to take a couple of things that belong to us. Well, to our employer, actually. We don't want any trouble. We are just going to grab our stuff, grab Phil, and get out.
She'll push the button again. "I'm rather more interested in the territory than the belongings. If a few things do happen to disappear before I'm able to take full possession, I certainly won't hold it against you. You may want to come and collect your man."
Very well, lady. Give me 1 second, and he will turn off the radio. And after a couple of seconds, you see two gentlemen walking down with one has his hands up, his shotgun is on his back, you can actually see it. And the other one is just with one hand up, and he's carrying a briefcase, aluminum briefcase. And they look at you and go like, we don't want any kind of trouble. We were just sent here to recover some stuff. We are going to take Phil now, and we're going to leave. That's okay.
Yes, that is quite fine with me.
Okay, very well. The gentleman with the briefcase will...
I will want your set of keys before you leave, though.
Yes, sure. The main man says. The one with the briefcase will get out, put the briefcase inside the car, will come back in, get the poor knocked out Phil with his dislocated jaw and transport him to the car, and he will actually close the door behind him and lock it.
Does he put the keys through the letterbox?
No, he's not. And in this moment, I'm going to hand it to Vinny.
Oh, you.
And it was going so well.
Yes. You ladies standing down there, if you guys could do me a perception and alertness check, difficulty 5.
Which hopefully will go better than my other perception and alertness. Ah, yes, it has.
Just let me know when you guys are all set.
Two successes.
Difficulties. Oh, yes. Yes, 2 here as well.
You begin to hear upstairs the sound of very loud, very sequential thuds, one after the other. Sounds like someone's walking, but the footsteps upstairs seem to be louder than you might expect.
I rather think they're not intending to return the keys.
Ghost sort of playing with the shotgun in her hands.
Again, you just continue to
What do I
hear
do?
the thumping coming from the far end of the house and coming closer, very slowly, very methodically.
We should probably investigate. They definitely didn't mention anyone else being around here. Though, given their rather rapid exit, I'm sure they knew about it.
Should have killed him, she says as she heads down the direction of the sound.
Tempting, but it is likely to cause more trouble than not. As long as we're able to deal with this, whatever it is that they seem to assume will get the job done, I will certainly be changing the locks on those doors.
She puts the shotgun on her back and undoes her hoodie. And she's got 2 long machete blades on either side of her waist.
You continue to hear the thumps, and as you look at the balcony high above your heads, you can see a massive shadow making its way towards you. And the sound of the thumps just gets louder and louder and louder until you could hear this heavy breathing, this heavy guttural breathing, almost raspy. And what you see before you is a beast of a man. His eyes are wide and almost seem to be lidless. His biceps and shoulders and torso all seem to be distended into proportions that hardly seem feasible for the average human being. And he just kind of looks down at the two of you with a very maniacal smirk as he just kind of walks towards the end of the balcony and just leaps over it and lands with an odd grace for someone for his stature. The floorboards underneath his feet kind of crack slightly at the impact of his weight, and you can see in one hand he's carrying what looks to be a very large meat cleaver. And he just smirks with a toothy grin looking at the both of you. Toys.
I think I'm going to try dominate. Might not work, but it's worth a try. So I'm just going to use the first level and go with stop. That's my word.
Alright. Just checking his initiative here. 14.
Oh, I should roll for initiative as well, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we might as well roll for a new round of initiative. I'll let you have the free move, Lady Sheridan, because you saw him coming.
That is not good. So my initiative is 8. But I figure it's probably going to be...
My initiative is
How much?
20.
Holy shit!
Now Lady Sheridan knows how the poor field felt.
Well, we're going to do it like this. Lady Sheridan, you notice that his expression and demeanor do not change whatsoever. He just continues to smirk and breathe heavy as he begins to advance on the two of you. He's still a good bit away. He's not quite at arm's distance, but he's closing the gap.
So presumably there's no point in rolling because it's not effective on whatever he is.
No, it is not.
Okay.
But he makes his way towards you, and Lady Sheridan, you are last in initiative order, so you can declare first.
I think, to be honest, she's probably going to back away slightly. No offence, but you were brought along as a meat shield. So, meat shield. No, she'll back up slightly. Look around for something that might be useful. Because she could try using the gun. Actually, no. Because they're kind of more side by side than behind one another, she could always try shooting.
Well, you will only do it a -1 dice. It'll be just a straight dex roll of -1. But it's a gun, so if you hit, you get more dice than you normally would.
Cool. Well, I think I will try it then.
Alright. We'll roll in just a minute. We're just declaring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll a d6. Evens, he's going after Lady Sheridan. Odds, he's going after Ghost. Oh dear. He bears down on Lady Sheridan, and he is going to swipe at her with that meat cleaver. And Ghost, what will you do? because you get to go first, so you get to act. But he looks like he's definitely going for Sheridan.
I'm going to strike him. Well, actually, I'm spending blood for celerity. Forgot to do that because I used to class it word on it. And then I'm going to slash at him with my machete.
Alright.
I'm not going
I
to
like
call a
this
shot
woman.
this time. I'm just going to slash at him because
Alright. Standard
Just
difficulty
reasons.
6.
Dex melee. For the amount of dice I'm rolling, guess what I built this character to be? A
I know,
combat
an
character.
accountant.
Disregard the first 10. Don't worry about the first 10, because that one's not a. That was your.
No, I
initial
cleared
goal.
it, didn't I? No, I
No.
cleared it.
How many
No,
dice
I'm
did you
rolling
roll?
9. Oh yeah, good point. You're right. You're right. You're right. I apologise.
Yeah. Do you
Or
have
else
a
I was rolling 9
specialty
or
in
10 then.
machete?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've melee 3.
Do you have a dexterity?
I just haven't bought it yet.
So it's 7.
Still 7 successes.
Still a lot. So it's your strength plus 2 plus an additional 6 successes.
Strength is 3.
So that's 13 if
two.
you're using your potence.
Yeah, don't
Plus-
forget your potency.
Yeah, 3.
Plus
I'm rolling
8,
13
plus 6.
Roll them bones. This may be rather anticlimactic.
Fuck.
I think someone is going to be.
This is where I roll all the
punched
bloody
out
ones, isn't it?
as well.
God's sake.
The difficulty was 6, wasn't it?
It's always 6 for a damage roll.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4
two
successes
successes.
minus 2 ones is 2.
Alright, I will roll his soak. He soaked exactly 2. So, Ghost, when you take your machete out and you smash it into his chest, his partially exposed chest, it hits him. And you see a little bit of blood kind of trickle down from where the machete hit him, but it looks like a very superficial wound. And he's going to roll willpower to abort his current action. And he cannot, so he cannot attack you. He's going to take a shot at Sheridan. Alright. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Yeesh.
So 4, it's 11 dice. And this will be lethal damage because he has the meat cleaver in hand.
This does not seem good.
That's a no, that's a no. 1, 2, 3, 4 lethal.
And then I roll
Stamina.
stamina. Nope.
No?
Got a 6 and a 1.
Ooh. You take... Okay. Ghost, you watch as this giant beast of a man lifts up that meat cleaver and his eyes are just crazy. His pupils are dilated to the size of grains of pepper. His mouth is just slathering with this almost like red bile that's foamed up like a rabid animal as he lifts this cleaver up. He takes one look at Sheridan, and he almost kind of... and then drops it down onto her shoulder, and the blade of the cleaver just sinks in about 4 inches. Sheridan,
With
you
a
have a very
horrible
large...
crunching sound, I'm taking it.
Yes. However, let's see what happens here. The meat cleaver gets stuck, and he can't pull it out. It literally sticks into your body, and when he tries to pull it away, he can't. And he just turns to ghost at this point, leaving the cleaver inside, embedded in your shoulder at this point, which I'm sure is rather uncomfortable.
Probably slightly more comfortable than if he'd actually managed to remove it.
So is he still holding on to the cleaver, or has he let it go?
Let it go.
He's let it go, so he is now weaponless, and he's looking at you, Ghost, but we're going into celerity rounds.
So your turn again, Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm considering, because I could possibly take this
Also,
thing on
on the
my
next... Yeah, on the next turn, also, Sheridan, I do think you need to make a frenzy check.
Okay.
Because that hurt a lot.
Yep,
Definitely.
that's definitely sign of aggression against your existence. So yes.
I've got 3 choices, really. I can fight him. I can help Lady Sheridan, or I can run for it. Ghost's natural reaction would be to run for it because she's a survivor.
If you want to stay, Alejandro, would you think a willpower roll would be enough to override her nature?
I will say so. Yes.
Yeah, she'll roll for willpower. That seems to make sense.
Let's say difficulty 6, because he's not attacking you, and you know that he will concentrate on Lady Sheridan for the time being. But you're trying to be nice.
He's also unarmed. Don't forget.
Yes.
So, and you know for a fact that if he's just beating on you, that's not the same as being stabbed.
3 successes.
Oh yeah. Let it never be said that Bruja aren't steadfast.
Yep.
She's not cowardly as such. She's just like, well, what's in it for me if I don't really want to die.
Mm.
So
I don't blame you on that one.
she seems to falter for a very brief second, but then goes to, in her slow reaction, she'll go and try and stab him again. Bear with me a second because my laptop's about to die.
Yep.
That'd be bad.
Definitely.
Oh, fuck. This is a bad time for this to happen. I've lost the end of the connector. Dex melee 3, so I'm rolling 9. One, 2 successes. Presume it's difficulty 7.
To attack?
Yeah,
It's difficulty 6.
3 successes.
And you're attacking with your cleaver, or your machete, right?
Machete. Yeah.
Alright, then you are your strength plus 4 on this attack. That's including all the weapon damage. So strength, potence, plus 4.
Whoops. Okay. Ignore that last dice.
Okay. Alright, so let's see. That is 2 damage. And he soaks 4. So again, you smack him with this machete, and it does almost next to nothing to him. It just again causes another superficial wound, which almost seems to make him smile even wider, as he is now very adamantly looking at you, Ghost. And we come to the top of the next round. So, Lady Sheridan, what are you doing?
Well, first I need to make a frenzy check.
Yes, you do.
So that's self-control.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what's the difficulty? I think that's okay.
Cool and calm under pressure.
Oh.
She's such a Ventru.
So I have a knife on my shoulder. I have been on clan meetings. That's been worse.
You might be surprised with some Venture clan meetings.
Yes. I'd also like to remind the vampire players that they can roll stamina plus survival, and then if they succeed, they can spend amount of blood and successes to heal a level of lethal damage.
Okay, so that's stamina plus survival. And does that
this
take
is considered no, this is considered reflexive.
Okay. So, I don't think I have any survival. Is that a -1, or is it just because it's reflexive? It's
reflexive. Just
yeah. Doop doop. Roll.
I see at least 2 successes there.
Mhm.
So yes, you can spend up to 2 blood points to heal 2 bits of lethal damage.
I will do that because, as far as I can tell, I should be on 12 blood at the start of this scene because it's 2 days in, and she would have probably been on full blood because we never really dealt with blood last week.
Yep.
So
I would
that
like to
puts her
also
on.
remind you that you now have a very nice or very handy weapon in
Yep.
your shoulder.
Yep, which is a lot bigger than the one that's in her boot.
Yep.
So I think she will be using that one.
All right. Would you like to attack this round, my dear?
Yes. Although, given the fact that she has probably somewhat crumpled under the attack last round, she will be swinging at the back of his knees.
All right, that will be a called shot, but it will be a difficulty 8 when we come to you. This round...
But on the upside, we might end up hamstringing him, which means if we do have to run away, he won't be able to chase us as fast.
This is true. All right. The large gentleman has a very interesting trait called Berserker. He's going to spend 2 of his Berserker points for actions at the end of this round. It is tantamount to a Werewolf's Rage. And for his main action, he is going to try and punch the shit out of Ghost. And Ghost, now you may declare and act.
Ghost just dodging out of the way.
Okay, full defensive. Very well. We are going to roll. You will roll Dex Athletics against my Dex Brawl. So first attack will be. Wow, he's actually got a smaller dice pool for a Brawl. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and because he is an NPC, I will not give him specialities.
1, 2, 3.
You have 3 successes. So essentially what you've done is you've negated 3 of his, so he only gets the 1 success on the attack roll. It's enough to connect, but not enough to add any extra damage. So he will punch you with 5 bashing damage, and succeed in 4 of those. So roll your soak. I see, I think 1 success?
Mhm.
Yes. So you will take, it's half rounded down, so you only take 1 bashing off that hit.
Mm-hmm.
So he smashes his fist into Ghost's gut. And, yeah, it hurts a little bit. But you notice that your undead body seems to take most of the impact with very little problem at all. Lady Sheridan, now it's
So I'm now on 3, aren't I? Which means -1.
You healed 2 points and you took 4 points of damage, I believe.
Oh, so I'm on.
You're -2.
Yep.
Or 2
It's
health
still
levels down,
-1.
so I think it's a -1. Yeah.
Yep. So that's to the dice pool, isn't it? So I am
Yep.
not. I don't tend to actually get involved in combat much. I've played for a while, but
It's alright. It's a nice exercise.
Yes.
so yeah. So that's to the dice pool, and it's Dex melee, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that should be 3 dice, because she's got 3 Dex, 1 melee, and -1. So. I think that's a hit.
Let's see what you got rolling there.
8, 4, 5.
That is 1 hit. A meat cleaver is the strength +2, so your effective strength +2 is your damage.
Do I have to minus from this roll as well?
No. Damage you never minus rolls or dice out of, ever.
Okay. I don't think that does any damage.
Again, you hit him in the back of the... You hit him in the back of the leg, and he doesn't even notice. Alright, did you spend any celerity this round, Ghost?
No, I didn't for this round, because I forgot.
Then you've got 2 more punches coming at you for this round, because these are rage actions. Luckily for you, he doesn't have claws. And that's a fair amount of 1s there. 1 success. You can soak. So again, the next fist comes down, right at Ghost.
Yes.
Can you roll your stamina, please?
I thought that was to hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You were right.
Sorry, I mean, we can go with that if you want.
No, I totally
It will give
forgot.
her a great chance of soaking it, but
Yeah, actually, she is still on full defensive, so she just loses a dice for every subsequent dodge after that. So if you wouldn't mind rolling your Dex Athletics -1. Very sorry. You only need the 1 success to get out of the way. Because apparently he's not really good at this.
well, we did end up taking away his favourite toy.
You did take away his favorite toy, and he'll never forgive you for that.
Fortunately, I think we stand a decent chance of getting rid of him. We don't have to worry about it. It's going to be tough, but I've still got 10 blood left, and I can heal some more.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you plie out of the way of that. You do like a little. You know what, Lisa? I'm gonna let you describe how you get out of the way because that's just an amazing roll.
He goes to punch her, and she sort of sidesteps, but in sort of a half spin. So her body spins around, and her torso weaves out the way, Matrix style.
Olay!
Ghost is good at what she does.
Yes, apparently so. Here comes the second one. A little bit better than last time. 2 successes.
So it's -2 this time to try and dodge.
Dex, athletics. Let's see if she can
1,
go 2 for
2,
2.
3. 3 successes.
Alright, you managed to make your way. He comes close, and you can almost feel the heat and the air coming off of his fist as he just barely misses you. And smashes his hand into the banister, just splintering it. It goes flying. The bits of wood smash into the wall and embed themselves there in place. Much to the dismay of Lady Sheridan, I'm sure.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to need to be quite a few builders in, I think.
Yes, we go to the next round. However, you guys are going to get a little bit of support because as you sit there and you hack away at him, you can hear a voice from up above shouting, "Seems you two have made yourself a fine little mess." And then he will activate Shadow Play to make sure that Mr. Smashy Smashy here has to fight at a higher difficulty. Just have to. I don't think you need to roll for Obten 2. Shroud of Night. Alright, difficulty 7 for him. So, manipulation and occult. And he fails.
Go, Siggy!
God damn it, Siggy. You're letting him down. Alright, back to the initiative order. Lady Sheridan, what are you doing?
Well, reflexive healing again.
Okay. Stamina and survival, please.
Stamina and survival is just the 2 for the stamina.
Mm-hmm.
And they both go again, so she is now fully healed and on 8 blood.
Alright. Now what will you do?
Hack at his legs again. Seeing as she is currently kind of in a kneeling position, having half collapsed when she first got it in her shoulder, she's not going to spend the effort in standing up and putting herself around fist height. She's just going to smack into his legs.
Are you going for a cold shot again, or are you just kind of sweeping at his legs?
Well, I'm just kind of sweeping at his legs. I mean, she's vaguely aiming for the back of the knees, but anywhere on the legs will do.
Alright. He will spend 2 more on his rage, leaving him with 1 left. And he's going to split this time between... He's going to attack Ghost this first time, and then he's going to turn to Lady Sheridan and hit her twice on his celerity round, or rage actions. And then to Ghost. Ghost, what are you doing this round?
I am slashing at him again.
Alright. You gonna spend any blood to increase
the
your strength,
blink,
your
will do.
dex?
No, I think it's just gonna be broken if I use my dex anymore, to be honest.
Alright. Maybe up your strength or go for celerity rounds?
I'll spend a blood for celerity.
Alright, awesome. Alright then, attack away.
One, 2, 3, 4.
5. 5 successes. Not bad. He does not have the presence of mind to try and dodge out of those, so it will be strength plus 4. Effective strength plus 4.
10. 10 dice. Jesus. I created a monster.
Don't feel bad, Ghost. No, you haven't. Considering you're in a city where there's werewolves and demons and things of that nature.
Don't forget your potents.
Yeah. You know, you can also spend blood on potents to get automatic damage successes.
Totally
on top
forgot
of
about
whatever
that.
you roll. You just,
Totally forgot what that. I totally forgot how potence works. My brain's still so stuck in Classic World of Darkness. Oh yay! I rolled 2 ones. So I only got 1 success.
Ooh.
Fuck, and fuck.
Well, let's see if he can soak this. Yeah.
You've still got your celerity roll to hit him again.
But he's going to try and hit you again. And he fails. So close to botching, but he fails. So again, he swings wildly overhand and smashes his fist down into the floor and puts a nice big pothole in the wooden floor all the way down into the basement.
I'm going to need so much building work done.
All right, Sheridan, he's tearing up your house. Are you going to do something about it?
Well, it's being my turn. I did say I was going to try and whack him with the machete.
Okay.
So that's 4 dice because that's Dex melee, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Difficulty 6, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's 3 successes. Your strength plus 4.
Cool. Was there a +2 for the machete or not? You said something about that last time. Or...
Yes, it's strength plus 2 with the machete, and then your 2 additional successes. So
yes. No, that makes sense. So that will be 6 dice. Haha! Finally got some damage done, as long as he doesn't soak it.
Damn.
That's 3 successes.
I don't suppose either of you happens to have the common sense merit.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
He soaks 2 of those, so he actually does take a bit of damage
Why?
this time.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away, but there is, a little something that vampires are very good at doing that might be able to keep him from moving for a bit. But we'll go to that next round, because now he has a -1, or he's at bruised.
Isn't it, if he's got extra actions and Ghost
that's right. I'm sorry about that,
he's got
Ghost.
higher initiative.
Yes, I'm sorry,
It's
Ghost.
celerity action.
You
Your
do have
extra
the
action
sword.
comes first.
Yes. So what are you going to do, Ghost? You gonna
It
smack
seems to
him
be
in
like
the-
the go-to of this venue. What is it doing? Sorry. Ignore that. It seems to be like the go-to of this venue to bite everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Very bite happy.
Yes, it does.
But bite does do ag damage.
It does. However,
1, 2,
I don't think
3,
Lady Sheridan
4.
kind of puts her
4.
luck on trying to grapple him. And not to mention, goodness knows what's in his blood.
See, they have common sense out of the game. That is definitely true. 4 successes, so that is strength plus 6 for you for the damage roll.
12.
Ghost,
This is where I roll all ones.
Ghost.
Come on! Let's take him down before Siggy gets to do anything.
Yay, take him down before City fails him.
Holy shit!
That's good.
I think that's
That'll
4,
do.
5, 6. 6, wow. He's going to have to roll straight successes to be able to soak all that. Here we go.
That'll do, dice. That'll do.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5. He soaks all but 1.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. This is like the lowest end thing I could find in this book. Alright. But he's at a -1. He's hurt. So, Ghost, your blade cleaves into his chest, and this time it finally cuts open to the point where he kind of...
Now that was a good sound.
Yes. But he's still kind of smirking maniacally. It almost looks like his face, his muscles are malforming at this point. He's smiling so intently.
Just for the love of God, don't do loads of obtend because I'll have to make willpower rolls not to leg it.
Alright, well, we're in rage actions now. And he will go for 2 strikes on Lady Sheridan. So here comes the first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's strength plus 3, which is 8 dice of damage. 1, 2, 3, 3 bashing.
Oh, good. It's bashing.
Yeah, he doesn't have the meat cleaver.
Yes, I've stolen his cleaver.
Although,
Your shoulder.
Yep.
oh, I'm sorry, that's 4. Didn't see the 7 there.
Right, well, I have stolen his cleaver, and I'm now using it. And my shoulder is healed. So, hopefully, I will be able to stop some of these. Stop 1.
Alright, so you
So
take
that's 3 damage.
bashing. So it's halved, rounded down, so you take 1 bashing.
Ah! Not too bad then.
Yes, again, he hits you hard, but you're a vampire. Your undead bodies don't bruise.
Yep.
Alright. At this point, he is
I'm
going
so
to
glad
go...
we ended up with the cleaver.
Yes. He is going to go for a dex or a strength and brawl roll. He wants his cleaver back.
Oh god, no.
So, or actually, it's dex and brawl to grapple, and then it's strength and brawl to try and wrest it away from you.
Do I roll something to try and prevent him?
We both roll dex and brawl, I believe.
Yep.
See who has control of the grapple.
Yep. The one with more successes wins. It's a contest roll.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
He has, on his grapple roll, he has 3 successes.
Ah, I only got 2.
So he's in
But
control
then I
of the
have
grapple.
quite a few less dice than him, so...
Yes. But he's in control of the grapple. He is now going to roll strength and brawl to pull it away from you, and then you roll your strength and brawl to keep him from pulling it away.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
Mine!
Actually, I got 2. Both mine were successes.
He gets 2 as well, but Defender wins. He's locked in a grapple contest with you. You're holding on to it very well.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Basically,
that
what's
is
going on right
great.
now.
It's 1 strength and 1 brawl I'm holding on.
He's jerked you to your feet, and he's kind of swinging you around.
By the
knocking-
cleaver.
By the cleaver, and he keeps screaming, "Mine! Mine!" And you're knocking lamps off of tables, knocking pictures off the wall. Ming vases fall to the ground and shatter, but for some reason, Sheridan is not letting go. She will not let him
I've
have.
got handle at him.
And Sticky at this point is actually just going to lean over the banister and put one arm underneath his shoulder and just watch at this point with a smirk on his face.
Bastard.
Wow. Basically his response is, wow. Alright. We're back in initiative order. Lady Sheridan, are we going to do another contested strength roll when it comes to your turn?
I am guessing so.
So you're not going to let go?
Nope, she's going to hold on because she knows how much more lethal hurts than bra bashing.
I will
So
remind you
any
that you
turns where he does not have it are extra turns Lisa can try and, well, Ghost can
Alright.
try and actually kill him.
Yes. You can, if you wish, you can buff your strength and your dex, by the way.
Probably a good plan.
Yeah.
How much by? Because I'm on 8 blood now,
I
so I'm not
think
afraid to.
can spend... How many blood a turn, Alejandro? I forget.
Sorry?
How much blood do you spend to buff a turn? I think you can spend as much as you want.
Generation?
Yeah. Generational limit might be... What's your generation, Lisa?
Lisa? No, mine's
I'm
9.
sorry. Yeah.
Lady
do
Sheridan,
believe you can
what's your gen?
9.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I do believe that's...
I think that's... Papa.
I think it's 2.
Yeah, I think it was just
yeah.
2.
I think it's 2. 9th gen. Yeah. 14 blood points, blood expenditure 2 per round.
Right. So I'm on 1 damage. I will leave the 1 damage alone because it's only bashing.
Mhm.
And I will spend 1 blood on strength. No, I will spend 2 blood on strength because at the moment she's trying to hang on like anything. So the dex is less of an issue.
Yes. Alright.
So that takes me
will,
down to 6 blood, which means
yep.
I'll probably be hunting later this week.
Yes. He'll spend his
But I should have shiny new domain to hunt in.
Yes. He will spend his last rage point. And he will get 1 extra round, or 1 extra action this turn. And he will continue to try and pull that meat cleaver away from you.
Thank you,
Ghost!
Rob.
Ghost!
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Ghost is spending blood for potence and hitting him like holy hell.
Can I remind you that you also have the shotgun?
It's on my back.
You can ready
I
a
got
gun as a reflexive. It doesn't take a full turn.
Yeah, but I'll be using it in my offhand, and that's a bit...
You could drop the machete, you know.
No, it's what I'm good with. I'm
Oh,
not particularly
Plus,
good
he
with
might decide he wants the machete.
Oh, that's true. Hey, new toy!
So,
So shiny!
yeah,
You
so
do not
Ghost
have
is
to worry about
gonna...
generational. You do not have to worry about generational max when you spend on potence or celerity. So you can spend up to your full potence if you wish. But you don't add
How
it
much
to your strength rating.
You then get it as an automatic success instead of a dice. Not
Yes.
as well as.
So do you get it as an automatic success to your hit or to your damage?
To your damage.
Right. So I'm spending 2 points of blood on potence.
Alright. What's your current blood rating right now?
How much
8.
blood do you have?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, she's
I
fine.
have 8 points of blood left.
Alright, you're good. You're good. Alright, go ahead and roll them bones. And don't forget, you can also spend a willpower point.
Damn it!
Well, you still managed to hit him with 2 successes, so it's your normal strength plus 3, plus your potence is considered extra successes.
Okay.
Strength plus 3.
My strength is 3. The potence is 3. Plus 3.
No,
You've lost
you don't add the potence at all. Don't add the potence, just add your regular strength plus 3 to roll. Your other 2, you get 2 extra successes automatically. So whatever you roll in successes, you get plus 2.
Have some lethal.
Ooh, so that's 3 lethal. No. That is 1, 2, 3 lethal. No, 4 lethal.
Yep.
Alright, here comes his soak roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
Fuck this.
Does he not get a minus for being busy trying to grapple?
No, not on reflexive rolls. You don't get a minus.
Oh.
Yeah. But we're gonna go into the grapple roll. So it's strength and brawl for him. It's 9 dice. Let's see if Lady Sheridan's luck can hold out.
So strength and brawl to try and hold on to it again.
Yep. 1, 2,
Can I
3,
try and
4,
get out of the
5,
grapple?
6. If you want to let go, you certainly may.
Not let go of the machete. Try and get out of the.
Of the grapple.
Well, you're already in the grapple. You're at a basically a
Okay.
concept
No, I
of
just wanted to
strength
check.
kinda. Yeah.
So I should now be on 3 strength because I spent 2 into it.
Yes. So you can roll your strength and brawl. He has 1, 2, 3, 5.
Which
he
means
has
I
6
now have
successes.
twice as many dice as last time, which is still not many.
I don't think you have enough dice to contest this.
I don't think so either.
But you had a fair amount of successes there, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, he pulls the meat cleaver away from Lady Sheridan. And he is going to go for another attack. I just want to remind everybody at
for
home.
celerity or just potence?
I think she just did potence this round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just potence.
Alright. Alejandro, I wish I had sent you Siggy's sheet.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I'm going to do that right now.
Very well. I think
He should probably be helping out at this point.
Yep, Siggy will drop down from wherever the hell Siggy is.
He's on the He's on the upper landing.
He was
Very well.
quite interested when he saw Sheridan hanging on for dear life on this thing and actually giving the thing a run for his money, but now things are actually kind of not a safe, observable thing.
Yes.
Oh,
It seems that he's
Siggy.
got his toy back.
Yep.
As soon as it loads up, in the meantime, he is going to roll his dex and melee to attack Lady Sheridan.
Well, we got 2 more turns without him using it.
1, 2, 3, 4. So it's strength plus 2 plus 3, so it's strength plus 5. 10 dice of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lethal.
Great.
Alejandro, you has mail. Or instant message.
Yes.
And it's stamina to soak. Because I definitely can't soak all of them. In fact, I can only soak one of them.
So you take 4 lethal.
Yep, which puts me on 5 damage.
Yep.
1 bashing.
But let me remind all of you that at home, watching at home, and everybody in the hangout, that lethal does not kill vampires.
Just pops them into torpor. But
Yes, it does. All right.
still will put her in a bit of a vulnerable position.
Yes, we're back at the top of the initiative order. Lady Sheridan, what are you doing? You've just taken 4 lethal.
I am going to try healing, despite the fact that it will result in being relatively low on blood. I think this is more important. Oh, I didn't clear the last ones, did I? But that's
fine.
1 success.
1 success. Alejandro, if you would,
Yes.
please enter yourself into the initiative order as Frederick.
Very well. Little Frederick.
But that's reflexive, isn't it?
And also, I need you to do me a frenzy check.
Ziggy is going at 12.
Oh, wait a minute. He automatically frenzies. He's on a
Because
path.
he's on instinct, isn't he?
Yes, he
Oh.
is. So roll your, I think it's conviction.
Hmm.
Or instinct. No, roll instinct.
Yeah, I think it's instinct.
But for God's sake, shouldn't have
Clear
fucking
the
will.
dice that's already there, yeah.
Spend
Come on,
the willpower.
Frederick.
Spend
Yeah.
the willpower on it.
Yes, good sir. I already heard you. I'm spending willpower on this. And he got 3 successes with the willpower.
Alright, so what was Siggy's initiative?
12.
Alright, so he goes just after old mate here.
Old
Yeah,
monstrosity.
so I get
He is
to,
in a frenzy.
Yeah, so I
He's
have
in a frenzy.
to call my one, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Yes,
to say
you
what
have to declare.
I'm up to. I think she's going to try and get somewhere back. Now she's lost the cleaver. I mean, she can pull out her knife, but I think are there any guns on the floor, or is there just her gun that she had to
still
drop?
has the gun, and Ghost still has her gun, the
Yeah.
shotgun.
Well, she's probably going to aim for behind a table or something, and then next turn she'll try shooting. I think if the movement counts as the reflexive, she'll be aiming this turn.
Okay. Alright. Frederick, what are you doing?
Give me 1 second. I'm checking
You're
out
in
the
a frenzy
duration.
because you just saw your new
Yeah.
best pal just take 4 lethal, which he didn't do the first time.
Well, Siggy will do what any vampire will probably do when he's very, very angry. Bitey, 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 bite.
Alright, so he will go for a clinch, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, dex roll.
Alright, well, wait. We go to him. He is going to turn to Ghost. And he doesn't have any rage left, so he is going to take a swipe at Ghost. Ghost, what are you going to do?
Ghost is dodging back out of the way.
Alright, full defensive. Alright then. Go ahead. I'm going to roll my attack, and then you roll your dodge.
I'm
I
going
get-
to spend a willpower if I may.
Yes, you may. He has 3
Please.
successes.
Please.
Come on, Ghost, you can do this.
Bollocks.
Well, with the willpower point, you got 2 successes. So that means he only hits you with a base point. No extra successes.
Okay.
So it will be only 7 dice.
Only.
Only. He only does 1, 2, 3 lethal. You may soak when ready.
Two. 1.
How many soak dice do you have? 3?
Yeah.
Are you adding in your armor as well?
Oh yeah.
You said you had an armored shirt
Got
on.
above that. She's got like a Kevlar vest on type thing.
Alright, add 1 more dice to your armored t-shirt.
So I just roll another dice.
Yeah, just add 1 more in there.
Why it's not showing up?
Oh, what did your next dice come out as? There we go.
8.
Yeah, you've got 1 success on the soak roll, so you take 2 lethal. That's actually a 5, not an 8. So you take 2 lethal.
Okay.
Siegfried, I mean,
Nom 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 nom.
all right. Dex and Brawl?
Yep. Should I probably spend a willpower on this?
Go for it.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Right,
1,
the frenzy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes to.
1, 2, 3, 4. He does not have enough to counter you.
Good.
Nom nom
You
nom.
have him clinched.
Time to drink from this deeply, deeply, deeply. For biting, it was Dex and Brawl also?
Yes, Dex and Brawl.
Okay, here we go.
And don't forget, well, no, he's frenzying, never mind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And his potence,
Oh, she has put. Oh, she has put. Oh, okay. 3 more dice, that would be.
7.
Yeah.
He does not have, this thing does not have fortitude or the ability to soak ag.
Well,
Nommy nommy nommy.
But
no,
do me
no,
a favor and make a stamina roll for Frederick.
very well, sir. Like a Bosch.
Alright, so the blood tastes terrible to Frederick, but he doesn't throw up. Alright.
Poor thing.
Essentially what you see is after Sheridan was attacked, you see Siggy's eyes grow red, and he dashes across the floor with a great deal of speed and just leaps on the back of this creature's neck and bites into their neck and just rips out, hissing and snarling as he does so. The blood smells terrible, and if you guys would like to do a perception and awareness roll, Ghost and Sheridan.
I don't have awareness. I've got alertness.
You can still roll your perception. It's just, yeah, it's just your perception.
Is it a minus or is it just perception?
No, when it's a talent, you do not lose a dice on it.
No, never mind. I don't see anything.
Okay.
Neither do I.
Okay. What you don't see is a nasty-looking spirit being disembodied and going into the Umbra. You don't even feel it's passing as it just kind of seeps through the floor underneath the mass of this Hulk that falls to the ground. And all at once, his muscles begin to kind of convulse and shrink down, and it almost looks like the great dissolving man before he's back to his normal shape and size. And Siggy stands over the creature, huffing and puffing as he slowly makes his way out of frenzy.
Well, Lady Sheridan's going to climb to her feet.
Siggy pants as he looks to Ghost. You okay?
She looks down at her chest where there's a bit of a wound, and she says, yeah, fine.
He'll pat her on the shoulder. Good show. And he immediately actually takes a few steps towards Sheridan to put an arm under her, because I'm guessing she's a little bit worse in more dire straits.
3 lethal, 1 bashing. So yeah, she's probably a little bit wobbly. Because she's healed her shoulder, though there's probably still a significant mess. Where did he actually hit her the second time?
Probably in the opposite shoulder.
Yeah. So one of her arms is probably hanging a bit oddly at the moment.
Frederick's just going to look at you with kind of a smirk. I cannot believe you hung on to that meat cleaver the way you did.
She's just going to laugh because there's no other response to that. Was there another option?
Maybe let go? Run away?
If I let go, he'd have it back all the sooner, and I can run away after I've let go.
Frederick will rather look to Ghost and just size her up, considering how many rounds she went toe-to-toe with this thing. And he'll just kind of smirk. I think a harpy needs to hear about what you did here tonight.
She's gone over to like a tablecloth that's been partially destroyed and all the smashing, and is wiping some of the foul blood off of her machete.
I'm going to call a few people.
What the fuck was that?
I'm not exactly sure what the fuck that was.
We did say we didn't know what to expect.
Who's up to giving it to Silas of the Tremere?
Well, I don't want to touch it, but if they'd care to come collect it... Oh, I suppose we could roll it in some garbage bags. There's bound to be some somewhere. I do hope that's the only thing we have to worry about in here, though.
Well, those other
I'm
gentlemen...
not sure we can handle a second one.
Those other gentlemen ran out the door fairly quickly, and that was all of the ones I saw upstairs. But you two managed pretty well. For a couple of neonates, I have to say. Frederick will sit next to Sheridan and pat her on the thigh and not the shoulder. He went to go for the shoulder, and he's like, nope. Well, ladies, how about I call a few people to come out here and bring us some blood?
Sounds good.
And with that, I think we can end our scene.